A Disabled Person Reviews Disabled Meteorite Part 116, Coming Down the Mountain. This is a 2007 film written by Mark Haddon that is truly such an experience, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's about a teenager named David, played by a very young Nicholas Hoult, who is depressed and his life is terrible and decides that his younger brother Ben, who has Down syndrome, is the cause of all of his problems and thus sets out to murder him. And that premise could very easily tip into extreme stereotype about like disabled people being burdens and mercy killings and lean into the caregiver glass child narrative. And I think to some degree it does slightly fulfill the aspects of the sibling of a disabled person in media is allowed to say more offensive, selfish, and ableist things than other characters are and can get away with it. And this character does have a bit of the glass child situation going on for sure, but the narrative paints him as irrational for the entirety of the story. Like, he's just objectively terrible. You sympathize with him. You know how much these things must feel world crushing to him, and you're rooting for him to sort it out, but you are never once agreeing with any of the decisions that he makes or any of the things that he says because of how just absolutely warped it is, which is fantastic and undercuts the specific narrative issue, because typically when we see the non-disabled sibling narrative pop up, it's so they can say the mean things lots of people are thinking about and have it be okay. But here it is very clearly not okay. On top of that, this entire story would function almost identically were you to just have a non-disabled younger sibling, and the disability just adds an extra aspect of interest to it and depth to it, which I quite like. Ben's character is also incredible and given so much space to be multifaceted and stick up for himself and really be the only majorly rational member of his family. He's just not really listened to unless he's asking for help. Also, he's a girlfriend, and he talks about sex, and they have like a normal brotherly relationship once they sort their things out, and I really, really love it.